I'm a big Babysitters Club fan, so
Oh,
I was like so excited to speak to the Stacey McGill.
thank you. Oh my gosh.
Hi Shay, how are you? I'm Kristen Maldonado from Pop Culture Planet. It's so great to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you too. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. I gotta say, before we get into the present, that I'm a big Babysitters Club fan. So
Oh,
I was like so excited to speak to the Stacey McGill.
thank you. Oh my gosh.
Now, with the present, I think this is a really fun project because it's sort of got like the time travel, but also like that Groundhog's Day element of like going back over and over again. So, to kick things off, if you could relive a day in your life over and over again, what's a day that you would love to go back to?
Oh, just one day. I feel like that's a really hard question. I think, you know, there's not one like crazy day that I've had, but I think I would probably pick a childhood day to go back to where like just like a good classic summer day hanging out in the backyard with my sister, just like nothing overwhelming me that I have to deal with. And I don't know that I'd want to live it forever, but if I could go back and just like experience one day again, I think that'd be nice.
I love that. And that kind of also ties into the themes of this film, which is just like that like nice family bonding and sort of like, there's all the antics, but when it comes down to it, it's really just about like being together, as a family. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was wondering if that was something that you can relate to. I know you already mentioned your sister. So like, do you have a close bond with your family? And is there any like traditions that you guys have together?
Yeah, I definitely do have a really close bond with family, which I'm very lucky to say. And my sister's only 2 years older than me, so we've kind of always been like each other's built-in best friends. But we have had years where our age gap is a little bit different, like when I was 11 and she was 13, and I still wanted to play with all our dolls, but like she wanted to grow up, where we've kind of gone through those moments of separating and then having to reconnect and become each other's best friends all over again, which I think is definitely something that you see in the movie. And as far as traditions go, something that we always had growing up was like weekly movie nights. We would do it every Friday. We would like go grocery shopping together, get all the junk food, pizza, candy, chips, like all of that, and then pick out a movie, to watch all together, and eat dinner all together, and just kind of reconnect and relax for the weekend, which was always something to look forward to growing up.
We do have family dinners that are a centerpiece in this film as well. So I love we're tying the
Yeah,
connections back.
yeah, totally.
I'd love to hear a little bit about how maybe you connected to your character in this film. Like, did you find that you had some similarities or differences to her? Like, how did you kind of get into her mindset?
Yeah, I think as far as Emma goes, I think she's a very relatable character for just a lot of teen girls. And what I kind of really tried to connect to was just the aspect of trying to figure yourself out and sort through all these different aspects of your life, like the family aspect and the friends and the romance and the things that you really love. Like for Emma, it's theater. And I definitely sometimes struggle with that, like balancing everything, because sometimes it can just all get really overwhelming when like every problem is arising all at once, which Emma also deals with a lot. So I think, yeah, there's just that element of kind of not necessarily being lost, but really just trying to get to the core of who you are, and sometimes accidentally losing sight of what really matters and having to come back to that and just reconnect with the people in your life that you really love and yourself in that process.
And this is like such a fun cast. I was wondering what it was like kind of working opposite. You have some newcomers, you have some veterans in there, and just what it was like on set, like the whole energy.
The energy on set was really, really great, which we just had an amazing crew as well, which made everything super easy and fun. And I love the director, Christian. He's incredible. And I think our cast had a lot of really natural chemistry. Like when we met at the chemistry read, it was I met Easton, who played my little brother, and he just like immediately clicked with me, and everything just felt so easy and smooth sailing, and like we were already siblings or like best friends sort of thing, and we just both felt really comfortable around each other. And then Mason came in later, who plays my other little brother, and he just slipped right in. Like we all just, it felt like we were a family already. And Isla and Greg are just such incredible actors. I bet they could have chemistry with anyone, but they were so sweet and so funny and just really easy to work with and so incredible to learn from. So it was a really great environment. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite moment on set or even maybe a more challenging moment to bring to life?
Yeah, I think honestly one of the coolest moments on set was when we had to film this whole scene that was going to be in reverse for when they're showing the day like going backwards. It was a really interesting process because it had to all be one simultaneous take of us doing all these different actions. So we kind of just got to go through like 5 minutes of doing a scene, all these actions like washing the dishes and setting the table and putting the food out and all those things, with a crane moving camera. So that was really awesome to be able to like ask all those questions about the process and kind of learn a little bit more of the behind the scenes filming side of things. And then I think some of the more challenging moments maybe were just there were definitely some emotional scenes for Emma having to connect with her story, but those are always also the most fun. So I wouldn't say that it was anything too bad.
It's always fun seeing like the behind the scenes of like what goes on, especially in something that's like, you know, a different genre, when you're getting into like the time travel aspect, it's like, how
Yeah.
do that? That's crazy. So
Yeah, it was really interesting. There were also some cool stunts that we did, which was new for me. I've never really done stunt work or like had anybody have to teach me like how to do the choreography for something falling over or something like that. So that was cool.
I was wondering if your experience on the Babysitters Club kind of helped you at all or like taught you anything to help you prepare for kind of what you're going to be doing moving forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think as an actor, any experience on set helps you be more prepared for the next. And obviously, I still even learned more from filming this movie than I knew before. And movies and shows are also shot so differently. So there's always something that you can learn and look up. But my experience on the Babysitters Club definitely helps me prepare for this. Just knowing also, not even acting wise, but just like regulating yourself throughout the day because they're really long shooting days. And then this time I was working different hours. So just being a little bit more prepared for the day ahead so you can show up and do your best work all the time. And just also learning how to connect with cast members off screen so then your chemistry is better on screen, all those sorts of things.
You've done television, you've done film. I know you've also been in a music video. I know you were in McKenna Grace's music video a couple of
Yeah.
years back. So like how did that come about? That seems like so much fun to just like be a rock star in a music video.
Yeah, it was really fun. We just naturally kind of became friends through like social media and then started hanging out in real life. And she is obviously starting her music career. She's doing incredible. And she came out with that new song. And before she released it, she sent it to me and just kind of asked if I wanted to like hang out for a day and be in her music video, play guitar, because she knows I play guitar in real life. And it was just one really fun day of filming. It basically like music videos are super fun because there's just music going on in the back and you're just kind of hanging out, rocking out in this case, and then there's just a camera there. So it's a little bit more candid, which is really cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know you also play guitar. So do you have any aspirations
Yeah.
as well to sort of get into maybe the music side of things?
I've definitely thought about it before, but as of right now, it's still just kind of like my side hobby, a little bit of an emotional release. I play piano and guitar, so they're kind of just something fun that I do just for myself. But, maybe one day, never say never.
I know I had heard some rumors about you potentially guest starring on Sex Lives of College Girls. I don't know if you've already filmed that, if that's already happened, what you could tell us about.
Yes. Yeah, I already filmed that. I filmed that maybe like a little over a month ago. That was a really, really fun experience. I wasn't really expecting that to happen because for college auditions, I normally tend to be like a little bit younger than the actors that actually are playing those ages. So I was like, like I'll just audition, whatever. It seems fun. And then I ended up getting it. So I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. And that was just a really cool experience to be able to come in on that set and do a little bit more of comedy, which I haven't really done that much of, aside from like the Babysitters Club, obviously. And to learn from all those incredible actors too that are the cast of that show. So I don't know when it'll be coming out, but it was a fun experience. Yeah.
Did you learn anything on that set from those actresses?
Yeah, they were all on set and they were all really, really sweet. And I think the main thing that I took away was just how different comedy is to do, like how differently filmed with all the different cameras and how many times you have to do a certain take and how many different joke options they have. Like they were switching out the lines as we were filming, which is very, very different. So all in all, it was a really cool experience. I was trying to just kind of like be a sponge and soak everything up that was going on. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That must be really fun because it's like they got options, you know? It's like, what's gonna
Yeah,
make it in? Which
absolutely.
joke?
I know, it's so crazy because 'cause they'll film, like, 5 different jokes, and then you have no idea which one lands the best, or they'll, like, try one out, but then it isn't as great as I thought it would be, so then they switch the wording rather than the whole joke or something else like that, so it's cool to see how it works, for sure.
Could you tease a little bit of, like, who you play? I don't know if you're allowed to share.
I play a sorority girl, which is very fun. I don't know how I can say about the plot line of the episode, but that was just yeah, definitely really funny.
Is there anything else that you have coming up that you can share with us? Anything that maybe you're aspiring towards that we can, like, manifest out into the world?
Yeah, always aspiring towards more acting. I'm open to anything. Obviously, still auditioning. And then right now, I'm actually in film school. I'm studying screenwriting. So, learning lots more about the behind the scenes aspect of filmmaking and everything in front of the camera. So, focusing a lot on that. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you aspire to, like, write and direct down the line?
Hopefully, yeah. I really have loved reading so far and learning a little bit more about just like creating my own stories rather than bringing someone else's to life, which obviously I love both of them so much, but it's just fun to kind of play around with all the different types. And yeah, hopefully one day I can write something that actually makes it to the screen. We'll see.
Well, congratulations. I wanna thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I look forward to
you.
seeing everything you're working on next. Thank you.
Thanks so much. It was great to talk to you.
Consider subscribing if you like this video and get even more entertainment news at popcultureplanet.net. See ya!